Welcome, everyone, to the Aging and Spirituality podcast. This is where we like to talk about what is your highest potential and how do we bring that out in you. I'm Kathy Lee Taylor,
And I'm Chris Jensen.
and we are so happy that you're here. We have a really interesting topic today. I call it Thriving in a New Reality of Consciousness.
Hmm.
And it is the one thing that you take with you when you die. That's the intriguing part. So, the thing is, the world is really feeling like it's in hyperdrive. I don't have to explain that because people are really experiencing the same thing, just like gasping for breath from all the relentless change that's going on in the world. I'm sure you relate to that. And I believe that this is a result of the world's collective consciousness shifting into a new reality. And it does heighten the levels of energy. It does heighten chaos. It does heighten a lot of things. So today we're going to discuss what that new reality might look like and how growing into higher consciousness is really one of the main reasons that we incarnate here on this planet, right? So
And what's happening to our consciousness? Why is all this stuff happening? Yeah.
exactly. Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. And I'll have some interesting, actually, questions for you as we get in here. But so the question is, what happens when we die? And we've all heard this quote, you can't take it with you when you die, right? And they're talking about material possessions and family and friends and money and accomplishments and all those things. You can't take it with you when you die. That's true. There's many things here on earth that are designed solely to be instructive and fun and can help us develop our character and offer other important life lessons. And that is why we're here. So but what if I did tell you that there is actually something each person can take with them when they die, which is what I was saying up front. It's intriguing, right? What could that be? What is it that we could take with us when we die? So what I call it is, it's true, by the way, you do take something with you when you die, and it's called your energetic structure. And I came across that term when I was actually reading about a new science called biogeometry. Do not ask me to explain what that all means. That is way over my head. So we're not getting into that today, but we're going to talk about, I love the idea of energetic structure. I love the concept of you have an energetic structure, and yoga actually talks about that. And we're going to elaborate on that in a little bit, but so think about it. What if it's true that the most important work you do here on earth is your spiritual work? I think that's how we both feel about our spiritual path. It's really a gift that you are given by being in a physical body. That gift is that you're here to do the spiritual work. So your energetic structure is, just to explain it, get it a little more clear in your head, is who you are expressing at any given moment. It's not your true self, not your soul, who you are expressing at any given moment. The energy you express, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions at any given time reflects who you are on the growth spectrum. And it's a cumulative and it grows. And we learn more about ourselves every day and how we play a part in this universe. So people often say, he or she is born with a particular skill or trait, right? And according to yoga, humans come into this time-constrained, duality-based world with a history and an agenda. And we're all living our individual, I call it the 3-act play. Youth, middle, and last twilight end. 3-act play, the best way we know how. So I'm exploring that idea. And the idea that growing your energetic structure is really critical for everybody. So if we don't, just think of this, if you don't grow spiritually in this life, right, you end up back on the planet, beginning from the same place in different bodies, and likely
Do it
learning
all over again.
same lessons over again. So exactly, you might as well get on with it. Chop chop. So I want to say a little bit about my beginnings because I can remember, very early in life at age 18, I was seeking answers to really big questions about how to do so many things in life. I think I was living in Toronto at the time. But even as a child, I tell that story about when I was like 4 and I went into my mom's bedroom to ask her to take me to church because I needed to speak to God. Like I was even looking for guidance at 4 years old, which was a precursor to come, that it was a path that I came, on earth to follow. And I certainly got there. But it's kind of funny when you think back as a little kid, I wanted to know big things all the time, always big questions, how to let go of suffering. Why do people suffer all the time? Why are they unhappy so much? Like how to have a fulfilled life, a productive life. That was always really important to me. And how to be happy and be of service to people. These are things that I've wanted to do since I came in. So if you recognize that, you may be on a similar kind of journey. Eventually, after enough spiritual work here on earth, I'm guessing most humans reach that crossroad where nothing else matters more than their own growth.
Mhm.
That's certainly been true for me in this lifetime, I think. I'm pretty sure that it's why people like myself and Chris found ourselves in the presence of our Guru in this lifetime. We had a lot of work to do, and honestly, we've never stopped. We
No,
are still
still
at
doing
it.
it. We are still works in progress.
We're still at it. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about energetic structure. If you're conscious of your energetic structure, you have a mental starting point for what growth needs to happen. Yogis also have words for this structure, which I was alluding to before. They use the words etheric, astral, and causal bodies. These are all energy patterns that are part of who we are. So, and I put in brackets here, maybe Chris will teach us about this sometime. Because she would be a great teacher of that. But I'm definitely not going into it myself today. But just so you know, those are terms that if you've done any spiritual work, you probably recognize, the idea of having an energy body. An aura field, is etheric, an astral, and a causal body. So yeah. So my goal is not to talk about those today, but I really just want you to recognize where you are and become aware of where the growth might be for you. So if you're not familiar with how to sense energy, you can put your hands together and just put them close together and see if you can sense the energy in between your hands. And sometimes it feels hot, sometimes it feels cold, it can feel dense, it can feel like a tingling. There's lots of ways to feel your energy. And if you can feel it this close, you expand your hands out until you can't feel it. And that's where your end point is. But as you grow in your sensitivity, you're able to go out. Yeah, like Chris is going out a long way, you can still feel energy. And after a while, you'll be able to sense energy without having to do this. You can just sense it with your body. You can sense it with your mind, your emotions, your body. So it does get easier with practice. In fact, I understand that I read this while I was researching some stuff about this biogeometry, which was utterly fascinating. But it said that the advanced yoga teachers can sense their students' energetic patterns and teach them according to where these patterns need upgrading or healing or whatever it is work that they have to do. You think that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. Ramakrishna at our retreats, he often said, like, when people asked him how he picked the topics, he said, well, I just sense what the group needed at this time,
And you did that our whole
And
time.
he did that the whole time, and it was
Whole
always
career, yeah.
right on target.
It was, I can't, how many times we would say, how did he know what we were going through?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, he
And
absolutely.
an analogy that most people are familiar with is if you walk into a room and you know that people have had an argument in that room,
Yeah, you can feel it.
sensing that energy.
Yeah, but I remember when I first met you and walked in the room and I knew I had known you before.
Yeah.
And from then on, I think there were many, many, many times that you were able to sense, what I needed in
Oh,
terms
yeah.
of, spiritual guidance and teaching. So it's very true. You can, advanced teachers can really know what it is. That's how when you get a good yoga teacher, because they just know what's going on with you and how to help you, so also remember that consciousness and energy are two sides of the same coin. So they affect each other. You can use your awareness to affect your energy, and you can use your energy to alter your consciousness. So keep that in mind.
Mm.
As you become aware of your energy fields and where you need help, you're going to begin to expand those capabilities. So we're going to talk about how to do that. So how do you strengthen and grow your energy field? This is the answer. It's simple. The more spiritual, well, it's simple to say. We just spent a whole lifetime doing it. So it's like,
Yeah.
to do, But okay, so the more spiritual activity or work or spiritual work a person does, such as teaching meditation, sending blessings, praying, pranayams, postures, the stronger, the more you do of that, the stronger the energetic structure or that connection from within you grows. And the more you can connect with the divine energy, the stronger you get. Your body is able to handle more energy. Your nervous system is able to handle more energy. That was one of the conversations we used to have when we all first started off, is that our nerves would get fried.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, what are you doing about it? Well, I'm eating butter or I'm doing whatever it was that was supposed to make our nervous systems better. We went through that whole process. I remember that. So, one important note that I wanted to say, talking about, strengthening your energetic structure, is that you can't do it without paying attention to your physical health. You can't. You can't be like out drinking and partying and not sleeping and doing
Mhm.
over everything. You can't. You cannot do that and be on the spiritual path. Sorry. It's not going to work. You got to really, like I said, your energy in your body grows, so and your nervous systems grow, so you can handle that sweet divine energy that comes from higher awareness and higher consciousness. So you have to be vital and you have to take care of yourself. Good nutrition, exercise, all of the things are really critical
Important, yeah.
for vital life force. So, and that changes, like we're still talking about it just before we came on this call about vitality and nutrition and stuff, because your needs change as you grow, as your body gets older. So it's something you want to install into your life very early to do yourself a big favor. So, and don't despair if it's late in the game. You can
Mm.
always strengthen your energetic field, your physical strength as well. You can start at any age, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So, and it's interesting to note that in different cultures, this idea of the energetic structure is called different things. Like in India, it is called your prana.
Mm.
In Japan, it's called ki. In China, it's called chi. In
Mm.
Greek, it's called etheric. So it has a lot of different names, but they're talking about the same thing, that thing that you can take with you. Your energetic structure is what takes it with you when the spirit leaves the body.
Yep.
That is who you are. It's hard for our brains to kind of wrap around what that looks like, but
Yeah.
it is the truth. So, all right. So, many of and as I was talking about the different words for energetic patterns, many of these time-tested traditions like qigong and stuff like that, these gentle movements are really, really good for people that are older.
Mm.
Chair yoga, things that you don't have to do really elaborate, demanding things on your body. There's a lot of things that you can do that are gentle and flowing and will,
Mhm.
provide you the kind of energy that you're looking for. So just find that thing that you naturally connect with and go ahead and do it. So, okay, so I just want to give you a couple ideas to think about when it comes to your energy. Um, and to also say kind of in a it's okay kind of way, you're not imagining that the world is moving faster. I think it is.
It
And
is.
because humans are birthing a higher level of consciousness. I mean, I can't be on social media without hearing every young person talking about the stuff that we used to talk about when we were in our 20s, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, the planet is flooded with us. Planet
Mhm.
is flooded with a whole bunch of, spiritual interested people. So we are in the process, humans are in the process of opening up channels for unity in the world that we've never experienced before. I truly believe it, and it makes me feel really hopeful for our future. So if you want to thrive in this new reality of consciousness, you're going to need to have some practical skills. And let's just talk a little bit about them. I'm not going to mention meditation. Okay, you should meditate.
Right. The
I
doctors are
lied.
telling people they should meditate, so.
I lied. Okay, so number one, learn to be fully present in the moment. If presence challenges you, try this. Set a reminder on your little iPhone or whatever other one there is, and take 3 deep breaths every hour. Just have, you know how you set a reminder to get up out of your chair if you're working in an office all day long? Set a reminder every hour and breathe deep 3 times or chant home 3 times. You really find that what it does is it shifts your perception of time and it keeps you grounded in the moment, and it'll show you how to do that. Trust me, just try it. Number two, become a conscious creator of your reality. As time speeds up, this is an important one to understand. As time speeds up on our planet, so does the manifestation of your thoughts and intentions. So let there be no doubt, what you focus on expands. So choose your thoughts wisely, please. So critical. This is, not a time to be getting bogged down in negativity and stuff. There's so much opportunity out there to really expand your consciousness and grow and become, part of a movement toward unity in this planet. So really start each day with setting a clear intention. I'm going to have an amazing day. I'm going to be as positive as I
Yeah.
possibly can. I'm going to be grateful,
Mhm.
all of those things. Set an intention for what you want to experience and what you want to be for the day. And make those goals lofty. Like, I want to be joyful, And when you do that, when you connect to and want to be in those higher levels of consciousness, spirit will run right in and align with you, align with your vision. And it
Mhm.
really becomes like playing with the universe,
Yeah.
So do it. Number three, embrace the art of letting go. When you align with higher energetic frequencies, your old patterns, your old beliefs, your old relationships that aren't working anymore, they will fall away automatically. You don't have to work at it. Just don't resist. Welcome the change. Be open, welcome that. What you're doing when you learn to let go is you're creating a space for new to come back into your life. So that's how co-creation works. It's really a skill that you got to have.
Mm.
Number four, connect with nature. The natural world operates on its own timeless rhythm. You need it. You need to be connected to it. Spend time outdoors.
We're all too disconnected from it,
We
really.
are so much, and I'm doing that myself. You have to recalibrate your internal clock so your body gets connected to that natural rhythm. Try earthing, which is literally just walking barefoot on the grass or on the sand.
Oh,
It
I love
grounds
that.
your energy into the earth. And number five, these are practical tips that you can take and work with your energetic structure. Cultivate a sense of wonder and the curiosity that is childlike. And we talk about this a lot. So you're going to approach each day like you're an explorer. You're going to be open to discoveries and insights,
Mm.
things that make you more joyful. Like that's really fun. I mean, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to do that. Just be flexible and have a really receptive mind.
Mm.
When you do that, when you have your mind open and receptive, it's way easier to handle the rapid changes that are happening around you. Trust me.
Yeah.
So that's my last tip for today. And remember,
Those are great tips, can change your life.
they can change your life. And just know you're not alone on this journey. Like I said, I can't, throw a stone 5 inches without finding somebody else that's interested in what spiritual life is all about.
Mm.
So take a look around you, we're all in this together. We're all creating this new reality for humanity's future. And there's somebody probably a stone throw away from you that would be a good friend and a good companion on the path for you. So, ask yourself when you get up in the morning, how will I use this accelerated time to evolve and grow? Because really the choice is yours and the possibilities are unlimited.
What are you going to do with your day? What better thing could you
Yes.
do?
Please choose love. Always choose love. Thank you for showing up. Hope that was
Thank you for
helpful.
sharing. I'm very moved by all this.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. See you next week, everyone. Take care.